Now, have you gotten your pre-approval amount and you know exactly how much you will qualify from the banks, the mortgage, and you know exactly how much you can put in out of your pocket using fluid funds, including cash or money in your bank account or stocks, cryptocurrency, or anything like that? If it is you, it is time to tune into this video right here. So let's say that you have been pre-approved for $600,000 and you have $100,000 in cash. That would mean that you have $700,000 together. So how much should the properties that you're looking at be so you can make sure that you're not wasting your time or efforts in properties that's not going to work? You might be saying, Amy, if I have $600,000 coming from the bank and $100,000 in my pocket, shouldn't I be just looking at $700,000 properties? Or some of you guys might not even have thought of this part of figuring out the budget.
Well, that was rough.
Well, I am here as a Wonder Woman. I just thought of that, so Wonder Woman, to save you from headache for closing nightmares. If you have not already subscribed and liked my YouTube videos and my channel, do so now, please, and it really helps me out a lot. And I can help you save money and stress in this real estate world, especially in Toronto. Oh, zen. Okay, in today's video, I'll be going through the closing costs in Toronto you should consider before you close on the property. There are a few bigger expenditures that you should consider, okay? And these would include two things mainly, and one is the land transfer tax. Yes, it's another tax. And lawyer fees. Let's go through the land transfer tax first. And it's really great because we have amazing sites and things like that that helps us do calculations without you having to do them. So I will be attaching the link down below about the land transfer tax calculator, okay? This will tell you exactly how much you will be paying for land transfer tax and any rebates for first-time home buyers. So just to go over the first-time home buyer incentive, if you are a first-time home buyer in Ontario, you will get a rebate maximum of $4,000 to save on the land transfer tax. Please note that I did say here Ontario land transfer tax, and tune into the video for later on. I will explain to you why I said Ontario land transfer tax because there may be other parts to it. Okay, transfer tax is not very cheap, and just taxes in general, but I'm going to pretend like I didn't say that, but it is a lot. And let's just consider a $600,000 condo. So let's say that you're thinking of buying this $600,000 condo in Toronto, and you can figure it out using the handy link down below. And if you do put in the numbers, it'll say that you will be paying $8,475. Yikes. So that is the price of land transfer tax, Ontario land transfer tax. And if you're a first-time home buyer, you will get a $4,000 rebate. Okay? And that results in your portion would be $4,475 as your land transfer tax. Now, you might be thinking that you're off the hook now because that was almost $5,000. But no. Now, Ontario has charged you, so Toronto is going to now charge you. Yum! So, Toronto is going to charge you the same amount of land transfer tax, and that is another $8,475 $8,475. So that's 8,475 plus 8,475. Now, if you're not a first-time home buyer, you are entitled to pay these two things that is going to drive me crazy trying to calculate it and make me sad. So please do your own calculations. It's around 17K. But if you are a first-time home buyer, the rebate is another $4,475, and your grand total of taxes, just on the transfer tax, is $8,475. Yay! Okay, so that was $8,475 for Ontario, $8,475 for Toronto, and then the rebate is another $8,475. So $8,475 plus $8,475 minus $8,475. We are here at $8,475 due to be paid by you. Now that you know, and you probably are wondering, geez, am I a first-time home buyer? Because I really want to be. And if you're wondering that, you probably are. But let's talk about this. And you may not be. So, yeah. Okay, let's just go into it. So, what does it mean to be a first-time home buyer in Ontario? It means that you have never, ever, ever purchased a home or a property around the globe. So even if you you must have not bought a property in Korea, you can't buy in the United States, you can't buy in India, you can't buy in anywhere really else, okay? If you bought it, then you're not a first-time home buyer. You need to be a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident, be at least 18 years of age, and lastly, live in the home as principal residence within 9 months of registering it in your name. So let's say that you are a first-time home buyer. You will be able to get some money and saved up to pay for furniture. Let's hope. Because you do get to save $8,475. You know, hopefully that'll help pay for the furniture. Because I have faced this a lot where I hear people say, oh, and I was like all ready for, the closing costs and everything and didn't think of furniture, like putting anything in. So a little reminder there for if you're thinking of purchasing a home. Okay, now that is the land transfer tax. The next big expenditure would be the legal and lawyer fees. This generally can range from $1,300 to $2,300. So this is basically the fee for them to represent you as the legal authority and lawyer as a lawyer. Okay, and once you get the statement and how much you've paid, they would have the title insurance, title transfer, government registration fees, disbursements, and bank charges, and etc. And this is not included generally, not included in the $1,300 to $2,300. This is on top of the lawyer fees. And so that is also something to consider. Top of that, there are other little costs that you should consider. So little costs meaning less than $1,000 generally, okay? So there's the property survey if not provided by the seller, home inspection fee, which I would definitely advise you to do a home inspection and make sure that everything is all good to go. Number 3 would be the property appraisal fee. For you to get a property appraisal, you need to pay for that fee. And a lot of the time, the banks or the mortgage brokers and things like that, they may ask for that. And then the property fee adjustment. Now, what is that adjustment fee? That means that let's say that you do buy a condo and there is the monthly payment that you have to make to the condo corporation. let's say that it is the amount of $800 a month. And you are moving in on the 15th, well, not moving in, but you are taking ownership on the 15th, then you would pay for half of the $800. So you'll be paying for $400, and then the other person would be paying the $400, right? Or they might have already paid for it, and then you give them $400. This would all be outlined in your lawyer's summary, and then you would have to pay it on the closing day. So that was a lot. That was a lot of things to consider. And if you didn't think about this, this was probably like a wake-up call for you to make sure that you have extra funds saved up. And what I would suggest for you is to have 4 to 7% of the purchase price, just put it aside so that you can be ready when something happens and and there's extra costs that incurs during the closing, because I've seen so many cases where they were just not ready. Okay? This will prevent you from additional heartaches and unnecessary time shopping for something that you cannot afford, and make sure that you have a smooth sailing closing. And finally, that is it, everybody. If you made it all the way into the video, please do comment the secret word closing in the comment section below and show me that you have made it and finished it all the way end to the video. And until next time, 안녕!